Gentlemen, start your engines.
The engines have fired at historic Martinsville Speedway as the golden anniversary celebration of NASCAR continues in 1998. There have been 26 battles so far in 1998 with 9 different winners. It might seem that Jeff Gordon's 10 victories have given him an inside edge on the championship, but history has proven you can always expect the unexpected. Oh, and Rusty spins! Davey Allison is in the crash. There's the checkered flag for Allen. He's the champion for 92. Still looming large on the horizon are tracks like Talladega and Daytona that can change the face of a championship in the blink of an eye and see a comfortable lead in points dwindle to a fleeting few. Martinsville Speedway, NASCAR's oldest and shortest field of combat, also can't be taken lightly. A long list of casualties have emerged from this harrowing half-mile of pavement and concrete. Jeff and his Rainbow Warriors will need all the talent and racing luck they can muster to survive 500 laps in sweltering heat as they continue their quest for the 1998 NASCAR Winston Cup. Live from Martinsville Speedway in Virginia, ESPN Speed World welcomes you to the NAPA Autocare 500, the 27th race of the 1998 NASCAR Winston Cup season. Starting lineup. Ernie Irvan has his third pole of 1998, and Ricky Rudd is on the front row for a short track race for the first time since 1993. Jeff Gordon will start third. He has 2 Martinsville wins, and Rich Bickelbenny is the first of several unusual faces we see in about the top 14.
Yeah, the next row is unusual. Wally Dallenbach and Jeff Green, 2 drivers who need a great start. A great race, I should say. Some veterans back in row 4, but I tell you, I think Mark Martin touched on it in NASCAR today, Ned. The temperature, the heat today is going to be a factor before this day is over.
Benny, I've been coming here for a long, long time, and I can't ever remember the temperature being as high. Yesterday it was well into the 90s. It could be that hot today. These cars generate a tremendous amount of heat as we watch the balance of the starting order here. They turn so many RPMs with the engine here, and that generates heat. The brakes generate heat. Just about everything they do generates heat, so it's going to be a torture for the drivers.
And as you see the miles per hour, 92 miles per hour average around this racetrack, there's no real speed here to dissipate that heat that we're talking about.
And the entire qualifiers, 1 through 36, were separated by 0.325 seconds, just a little over a third of a second separating the entire field of qualifiers.
See Earnhardt back in 17th row. He certainly knows how to win. Kevin LePage was the leading rookie here this afternoon, qualifying on Friday. Now we get to provisionals. Steve Park, another rookie. And row 20 is 2 rookies, Nadeau and Irwin.
And the 43rd starting position goes to Dave Marcus.
On board
on the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN.
Ready, green, green, green.
Everybody's trying to...
Oh, we have a problem down in turn 2, Ned. Sorry to interrupt, but Darrell Waltrip is going the wrong direction.
And caution is out. Darrell needs to hurry or he'll go a lap down if he can possibly receive the caution. There, he gets it turned around the other way. Takes off, so he will stay on the lead lap.
So the first but over in turn number 2.
We see Earnhardt go down in the corner in the 3 car, and the left front, he slides that left front.
Derek Cope runs into Earnhardt there a little bit, comes down on the inside, and Darrell, of course, was already spun out up in front of him there, and that's what they were trying to avoid.
From another angle, you can see the contact between LePage and Dale Earnhardt.
And Jimmy Spencer back there in the back of Kevin LePage at 16.
And once again, the leader is working some heavy traffic. Look at the mess of cars he has to go through, including the next one that... well, the car that he is trying to lap right now is Dale Earnhardt.
Jeremy Mayfield, Jerry Nadeau. Oh, and we see some contact between Earnhardt and the 43 car, the leader, as they lock wheels coming off turn 4. And
the 43 and the 3 moments ago.
There we see the 43 on the outside, the 3 on the inside, and they just make some contact. And bam! Those tires, when those front tires touch each other, all of a sudden that driver loses.
The car will not have as much torque off the corner and won't slip as much. Maybe that'll help Bernie stay in this position until they get a pit stop. And I understand leaders are in heavy, heavy traffic.
And we got cars hitting the wall and hitting each other, and it's quite a sight.
Bunch to tell us about Ernie Irvin. Check this out as we see John Andretti come off the corner. Kenny Irwin gets a little bit loose, goes up, hits the 91 car, Todd Bodine. He slaps the wall. And Terry Labonte says, let me get down on the inside.
The 43 pit.
John Andretti's second visit to pit road. He hit the wall. All he told his crew was something broke. He came in early, got right side.
Break to John Andretti.
Comes off turn 4 as he exits the corner. And all of a sudden the car just goes straight in. It's like the right front tire went flat on the car, Ned.
And we were talking about that heat that builds up as far as the brakes are concerned, and we have seen the heat get so
they decided to use the track position. Look at the bar that's laying on the... That will certainly bring out a caution flag here. It's down between 1 and 2 as we see DJ and Jeff Gordon make a little contact. Now that bar is a long ways out of the groove down between 1 and 2, so should be out of harm's way. Jerry Punch, what's up with Ricky Rudd?
Let's explain what's going on inside the 10 car. Ricky tried a new helmet today. And early in the race, the cooling unit in the helmet, the fan and cooling unit has frozen up. And it's a sealed system, so he can't get any air inside the helmet. He is basically inside that helmet suffocating. He says the heat is almost unbearable. He told Bill Engel, if you can find the driver, find someone. I've got to get out of this helmet. I can't breathe.
Can you imagine that on a day as hot as it is here today? Back at Martinsville, you can see a whole bunch of cars passing the 28th. That's because he bumped the wall up in the 3rd and 4th corners and having a heck of a time getting a replay of what happened on board with Kenny.
Ooh. Maybe had somebody behind him. Maybe it tapped him a little bit as he was coming off the corner, and all of a sudden up into the wall he goes.
I would guess that there was some contact that caused the car to jerk sideways, and look at all that traffic jam behind him as they try to hit for an open hole.
Yeah.
Kenny Wallace had just been in the pits. Ooh, it just barely squeezes by.
And you're right, Wallace was.
And running up front. In fact, once he sat on the pole here, whoops, we got a spin on the racetrack. Spencer.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Spencer. He's out in turn 2, and the caution has come out.
Right in the middle of the screen, we see him go down, and no contact. Just gets in the corner, and around he goes.
Yep.
Jimmy's car hasn't been handling too good today. He's already 3 laps down. Now he's gone 4 laps down.
Now here all the cars come down pit road.
What a day it is. Here's Jerry Punch.
And Ricky Rudd is going to try to stay in the car. Let me show you what they're doing here. They have found little makeup bags. There's a nice little cute pink one here. There's another pink and blue one back here. And they're filling them full of ice and putting them down inside the uniform of Ricky Rudd. He said, if you keep these makeup bags full of ice coming, I might be able to make it. So a little bitty cosmetic case might allow Ricky Rudd to keep his string of 15 consecutive years of winning a race alive. How about that, guys?
How about that?
5 laps. He was over 3 seconds behind. Now he's only 2.67. We've got trouble off of turn 2.
That's Jimmy Spencer, who spins for the second time.
What happened there? Sterling Marlin, the leader, got in the back of Jimmy Spencer and caused him to spin. And when you see Ricky Rudd, now the leader, as Rick Mass tries to get back, he caused Spencer to spin.
Out on lap 223.
We see Spencer going down in turn 1. And we see Sterling Marlin, the leader of the 40 car, come up just a little touch in the left rear, sends Spencer around. He nails the gas, and we see Ricky Rudd going by to take the lead. Here's another angle to come off the corner, and look at all the smoke that Spencer puts up. And NASCAR really truly needed to throw that caution flag simply because those drivers could not drive through that smoke.
Well, Rudd got the lead then, but because of only a 2-tire change, Sterling Marlin has the advantage back now with Wally Dollar on Rudd, who is currently in 5th spot.
And as you said, Bob, Hut Strickland is in the uniform with the helmet on, standing in Ricky Rudd's pit. Now the problem problem is they poured water on his back in the seat to try to cool him off. That's good for about 30 seconds. Then the water heats up and becomes a sauna, so it begins to boil his backside. Now his backside and bottom are burning on top of the fact that he can't breathe in the helmet. Let's check in with Bill Weber.
As opposed to in the grill.
That's right. Now watch this from the onboard camera of Steve Park. Something has fallen off one of the cars, and look out.
Just missed our camera.
Wow.
And the 7th car, the right front is broken off.
And there's the tire rolling down the straightaway.
And we see Jeff Bodine trying to make it in the back pits. We'll make it in the back pits. And naturally, the caution flag is going to come out because we've got to get that tire off the racetrack. Anyway. There we see the wheel, though. That's the right front wheel off Bodine's car. And fortunately, it will come across the racetrack, and no one will hit it.
So pit stops occurred. Men are running so close you could throw a blanket over it here at the 285 lap mark. Jarrett takes his spot from Gordon. Oh, contact between Gordon and Mark. Martin almost sends Mark out of control.
Martin was trying to get that position too, and he nailed the accelerator coming off the drain right there. Here it is. Jarrett comes off. He's cleared Gordon, and there, his right front tire hit the left rear tire of Jeff Gordon as he came off the turn.
And when those tires make contact, as I said earlier in the telecast, you momentarily lose control of the car. Mark Martin, let's see what he sees from on board his Valvoline Ford. Man.
Replay of what happened to Ward, who has some significant damage on the front end of the car.
There's he goes in the corner, and I don't know what started to spin, but he goes around, and a bunch of guys did a nice job in missing him as he was going around.
Earlier we saw Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon get together. Here's the replay of that incident.
Coming off of turn 2 is where this happened.
Now watch Jeff.
And the leaders did not pit.
Johnny Benson with some damage to his left front.
Oh, we got a big mix-up back in the corner.
Oh, everybody's okay, though.
Well, let's see. There we see the 96 car and the 35 car, and I'm not sure how many of these cars are mixed up in as who got sideways or what, but Joe Nemechek spin. Does a complete 360, and we see that the 96 runs in the back of Darrell, Ned.
Yes, he does, and I'm sure that sheared all the pins that holds the hood down. And he's back in. He came out of the pits, Bliss did, and he's going back in the pits with the hood up once again, so they didn't get it fastened down very well.
Whoa. Serious contact there. Joe Nemechek was on the lead lap, and he still is. He didn't lose a lap. He's the last car on the lead lap in 15th.
He's had a good run here today. He stayed up until that incident pretty clean, and then
here comes Ricky Rudd. Here he comes for the lead. He's there. Oh, Sterling, he's there. Don't turn left because we're going to have a wreck.
Sterling's spotter said inside. He is inside.
And is he going to get the lead? Is he going to lead this lap? Yes, he will, but there's caution on the racetrack. There is caution because of debris on the pit. Came out on lap 305. This is what happened.
Joe Nemechek spun, and really that didn't cause the cars flag. The green flag set up for a few more laps, but there was so much debris for all these cars making contact, they finally had to throw the caution flag, and the hood flies up on Mike Bliss's car, leaves him no visibility.
What's going on in the world of baseball? It's 2-2 Expos and Cardinals as Chad Little spins over in turn number 2, stacking everybody up, and Todd Bodine is stalled and now finally gets the car going. We're going to have another caution. It's 2-2 Expos. And to go anywhere else, stay with us on the worldwide leader in sports. We'll keep you up to date. Whoa, look like Ernie and Mike may have a little bit of a disagreement out there, huh?
That's Ernie Irvin and Mike Skinner.
Yeah, they've been doing that for about the 3/4 of a lap.
Well, let's see. There's Ernie. Yeah, hits him a little bit.
Going down the corner, and he runs in the back of Chad Little. Now they're all trying to stop. They finally all get by, with the exception of Todd Bodine, who has to stop. Okay, he stops, but we see Chad Little going back in the John Deere Ford Taurus.
Wow. Rusty just made it through. There is Todd Bodine. If he didn't hit him, he came very, very close. On board now with Rusty. This ought to be good.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
That's close in the race, and like you say, if there was something wrong, they certainly would have fixed it by now.
He
Well, that's
swings.
a home run swing, all right.
Uh-oh.
69!
They came to see if he could do it one more day, and as usual for the St. Louis fans, Mark McGwire delivers. One of the tough things this year has been being the next hitter after something like this.
Well, you mentioned the breaking ball, and he finally threw one somewhere around the plate. Mark McGwire unleashes. Look at that. Just tremendous, awesome power. He has amazed us all year. What a fitting.
And that's the tail end of a second curtain call.
Well, we're back at Martinsville, and we salute Big Mac. Mark McGwire with his 69th home run. Way to go. This is the Big Mac car that's being driven here at Martinsville by Bill Elliott.
And we're still under caution flag. No, not that long caution flag. We threw the green flag, and they made a half lap.
Yep, less than a lap, and we went back to caution, and this is what happened.
Coming off of turn 2, Jimmy Spencer right on the back bumper of Mike Skinner in the car number 31, and right beside of Jeff Gordon. They're going to, and Skinner, the back end gets loose, and Spencer taps him, spins him on around, and the field goes by. Nobody else hits him.
We have a new leader at Martinsville for the 4th time today. Ricky Rudd has gone back to the front, and Mark McGwire is about to hit again as the Expos and the Cardinals battle. Jeff Burton lost the lead, and in fact he is back to 3rd position now as Bobby Hamilton has come to 2nd. This is what happened to Jeff when he lost the lead.
He was coming off of turn 4, Bob, and all of a sudden the back end just gets loose on him. Boy, he does a good job of holding on. In fact, I shouted, we were on commercial, I said he's spinning out, but he didn't quite spin out.
Now from onboard Bobby Labonte's car.
He just going in the corner and says, boy, this is nice. What a nice, oh, mercy. He didn't even have time to back off the throttle. What's going on with the 99 car, Bill?
Caused a couple of cars to spin. Here's Bobby Hamilton setting things off.
He hits the gas trying to get going again and backs in the wall. And meanwhile, the 28 car gets Kenny Wallace had probably spun trying to avoid Hamilton.
Boy, when you send up that cloud of smoke,
and watch all those cars coming down pit road. Ever see Sterling Marlin, John Andretti?
And then here comes the leader. And you see Bobby Labonte in the green car as they race down to the start-finish line. They finally get straightened out on the racetrack as Steve Park spins around. But Bobby Labonte barely beat Ricky Rudd back to the line, even though they were on pit road. And so that did put Labonte back on the lead lap.
See, he spun himself out trying to keep from running in the back of his brother, Rusty Wallace. Now watch this. He's getting ready to go. He said, okay, the traffic is clear. Okay, get out of the way. Now we'll try from Rusty Wallace's.
This car behind. They get on out of Dodge there pretty quick.
Let's jump on board with Steve Park during this little incident here on the front straightaway.
There, you got one up against the wall on the outside and one down the low as they come through here. Down, buddy. You slow down, slow down, slow down. Slow down. They're all over the place. Come on.
See, Steve Park was trying to get one of his laps back. That's why he went out there.
There is Bobby Labonte, who, as you pointed out, Ned, during that most recent caution in the race back to the line, did get his lap back. Now let's go back and take a look at this once again. Bobby Hamilton spins in corner number 4, causing the caution, and then the scramble was to get to the line before Rudd.
And as they come off of turn 4 with Rudd, he's going to cut down pit road because the spotter said, hey, the track is blocked, go down pit road. Then he gets on pit road and then he slows down. He wasn't sure if he's supposed to speed down pit road under these circumstances. And you can see right there that Bobby Labonte beat him by a nose back to that start finish side of the racetrack, and that might take away his strategy. Now Todd pulls to the inside.
Whoa! And Ernie Irvin spins sideways down into the grass on the warm-up lane. Let's see if it's going to bring out a caution. Nothing yet.
Well, he's off the racetrack, but he is on that pit road, or the lane where they come off of the backstretch pits, and Ernie's going to go a lap down as the leader comes by. Ricky Rudd comes by. Oh, that's too bad. Ernie had hung in there all day long.
There will be no caution, and Bobby Labonte is in trouble.
Apparently cut a tire down, I would say.
It's like the left front tire is flat on the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. He comes to the attention of the pit crew, stops. Wow. Now we got to get the car up in the air.
He worked for over 300 laps to get that lap back and finally got it back. Bill?
Here's the incident that perhaps flattened the tire.
It was coming up on Todd Bodine in the car number 81, and right there they make contact. That was when Ernie Irvin, I guess, spun there and got bumped a little bit, and the tire went down on Bobby Labonte's car right at that incident.
Once again, we'll see it. We see Ernie go in the car, tried to not spin out Kenny Schrader. When he did that, he spun himself out. And there we see when Labonte's tire, left front tire, was flattened.
Here's from the in-car, Bobby Labonte. He was going to go on the outside, and then he sees the trouble in front of him, but he hits Todd Bodine just enough to cut that tire down.
Down to Bill.
Not much difference in second and third, but now Ricky has opened it up to a 1.48 lead as Gordon had to deal with the lap traffic of John Andretti. Counting them down. It'll be 12 to go when he comes back this time.
70!
It is 60.
A 3-run homer! 70!
The last one he hit gave the Cardinals the lead. This one gives the Cardinals the lead. He's not only been prolific, he's been a clutch hitter.
Congratulations to Mark McGwire, who's hit number 70. We're in the closing laps here at Martinsville. There are 8 laps to go. Can Ricky Rudd hold off Jeff Gordon and Mark Martin and win here in 1998 and extend the winning streak season to 16?
Does he have enough strength to negotiate all of this traffic that he's got to come through in these last few laps?
He started on the outside of the front row next to Ernie Irvin. Ernie is a lap down in 9th spot. Ricky Rudd has led 191 laps so far.
A couple of cars up in front of him that are side by side. He doesn't want to see that. That's Kenny Schrader and Todd Bodine. They're not too far in front of him. There they are, 3 abreast. That's something he certainly don't want to see. Wow.
Which way to go, huh?
Like Schrader's having some kind of problem with Skoll Chevrolet as well. But now but there we see Jeff Gordon coming in the picture and Mark Martin.
But they're also hung up behind Schrader. But it reduced the interval to 3/4 of a second now.
And it looked like Gordon almost hit the curb. He did hit the curb and got up on it there a little bit, and that helped Ricky Rudd pull away just a little bit more. Now Mark Martin trying to go up on the outside, trying to take over second, but Ken Schrader's up there. That didn't work. Now it's 1.1 second that Ricky Rudd has.
And there are less than 4 laps to go. 3.5 to go for Rudd. What an incredible story of courage and stamina here this afternoon in sweltering 90-degree heat and humidity.
And he had a problem with the helmet that he was wearing today that was not allowing him to breathe and not getting the cool air that he needed, or just been sweltering in that car. His wife Linda looks on. How many more laps? Hang on, Ricky.
2 more, Linda. 2 more this time.
He's got a 109, 107 now lead. 1 car between he and Jeff Gordon. Michael Waltrip is between them. It'll be the white flag this time by. Lots of traffic right in front of Ricky Rudd now.
He's already won twice here at Martinsville, looking for his 3rd win. The white flag is out. Less than a lap to go for Ricky Rudd. But again, he's in heavy traffic. Anything can happen even on the last lap for Rudd. He's halfway around.
I expect his spotters have told him, hey, you can get back there first. Just stay up there. Gordon is closing in, no question. But Rudd will do it.
Ricky Rudd wins the NAPA Autocare 500 at Martinsville, and there was an incident coming off of corner number 4 for some cars. Ken Schrader is sideways, but in any case, Ricky Rudd has done it for the first time since he won at the Brickyard 400 last year. He comes to victory lane. Bill Weber, rear win for Ricky Rudd. But there was an incident on corner number 4.
Coming off the corner, and you're going to start seeing cars spin as they come off the corner. There we see Schrader going around. Ernie Irvin, the pole sitter, also has some damage to his Skittles Pontiac on the last lap.
Now Irvin doesn't hit anything. He comes down, gets slowed down, comes on across the start-finish line, finishes in 8th place, 1 lap down.
In just a moment, we will be in victory lane with Ricky Rudd as he has won his 3rd race here at the Martinsville Speedway, and is with Rich Bickle.
Well, and as you can imagine, a lot of people want to talk to Rich Bickle, and I'm sure you're happy to talk. Congratulations on a great day.
You man!
Obviously an emotional day, as well as the heat. He's all right. He's all right. Hang in there, buddy. Great job, man. Everybody to help me get here. I can't help it. That's okay. We're not stopping you. Enjoy them.
So much emotion. This is winning for me. Thanks.
Wow. An emotional day. We go to Jerry Punch in victory lane.
Well, Ricky Rudd, folks, for you Ricky Rudd fans, he is awake and alert and smiling. He just said, hand me a Tide hat. I can't get up, but I got to wear my Tide hat. Congratulations, man. What an effort.
Well, I'll tell you, these guys had a heck of a race car underneath of me, and I was in trouble from about lap 5. My helmet wasn't working, really hot in the car, and got blisters on my back, on my butt, everywhere you can think of. But like Bill Engel kept me going. I said, I sure am going to enjoy we can get this thing this win. I'll enjoy Monday in the hospital room somewhere recovering. But we got a heck of a race car. It was a good deal to win this thing today.
You almost got out of the car a couple of times. They had Hut Strickland standing by. What kept you in the race car?
Well, I think the only thing that kept me in the car, I knew I had a winning car. I knew it was a top 2 car, and you know, it's been a long time since I had a car run like that, and it was a tough thing. I knew I should have handed a car over to somebody. But on the other side, I just felt so good to be up front again. Knew I should have had a shot at winning. I didn't want to give that win to somebody else.
Hey, congratulations. Get that mask back on here. Let's get you feeling better. Ricky Royd laying here on the ground in victory lane. What an example of courage and perseverance. We have one spent athlete here in victory lane.